Smith at the Starters Club. We are on, I believe, day 11 of our Business Fundamentals talk. I'm also going to be using this exact same video over on YouTube for Think Like an Entrepreneur Thursday, because this is a topic for all entrepreneurs no matter what. So if you aren't over on my YouTube station, make sure you jump over there, youtube.com/the Starters Club. I've got a lot of different how-to videos and a whole series I do called Think Like an Entrepreneur Thursday. So anyway, guys, welcome. Yesterday, we talked about marketing 101, questions to ask yourself as you begin to put together a marketing plan, whether it's for your company as a whole or for a product or service. Over the next few days, what I want to do is break down marketing, various marketing topics, and how to really do it well, knock it out of the park, and get your business seen. I think this is it's such a crucial thing. Doesn't matter how awesome your product is. If nobody sees it and nobody knows it exists, you're not going to succeed. So over the month of April, we're here live every weekday talking about specific fundamental pieces. Our goal is to help you get out of overwhelm, help you get out of analysis paralysis, and become a business owner who actually knows what they're doing and knows how to run a business. And I say this from the kindness and most love from my heart, because let's be honest, I feel like most of us did not study business. Even when we did study business, it's one of those things you kind of learn as you go. And most of us are flying by the seat of our pants every single day, just trying to figure this whole thing out. So we are going to get you out of overwhelm, B, easily making decisions, and C, which should all equate to more money. All right. So I'm Erin Smith of the Starters Club. Thank you guys for joining me. And today we're going to talk about content marketing specifically. Content marketing is an incredible way. I don't care what your business is, who you are, what you do. Anyone can make a case of how content can really help to build your business. And content comes in various types of forms. It can be blog posts, that's kind of the more traditional piece. So you're creating posts about certain things. It can be podcasts. It can be videos. It can be informational videos. It can be how-to videos. I know video sometimes can be a very overwhelming thing to get over being in front of, but even if what I'm doing with the client right now is we're creating like questions to ask, top 10 stuff, 5 questions at different things. And then we're making videos. Nobody has to be on camera, but just more picture videos with text, and we're putting those up on YouTube, etc. So it doesn't have to be you talking all the time or staff members talking, but even if it's just informational pieces of video, that works too. But content is truly king when it comes to building your business. So today what I want to cover are different ways that you can come up with content, whether you do video, whether you do written, whether you do podcasting, whether you do a combination of everything in between. How do you come up with topics? People struggle with this all the time. And so it really, to me, I actually have the opposite problem. I have a too much content problem. I could come up with, if you just said, Erin, all you have to do is create content. That's your only job. I would be so beyond, I love creating content, and it's just, I have actually, like I said, too much content. So, I've got literally videos of, content everywhere. So it's a good problem to have, I guess. I can always have content. So, but what we're going to talk about today is how you can come up with content. So one of the best ways, number one, is let's do frequently asked, let me type this out correctly, frequently asked questions. Number one, all right, what are you asked about all the time? What are customers asking about all the time? When you take a phone call, when you get an inquiry, when you're meeting with a client, when people call about your product, what are they asking about all the time? Write down every single one of those questions, and there you go. Post. Facebook post, blog post, video, whatever it is. Always write down those questions that people are asking you. If you're new, maybe you don't have the established audience, maybe you've never taken a client and you don't even know what people would ask, follow your competitors, follow people who have a similar business model. And this is not copying. I will never, ever, ever tell you to copy. I think it's wrong. If at any point in your business life you feel the need to copy, get out, because you shouldn't be in business if you have to copy. In my eyes, I see a lot of people just completely ripping off other people when it comes to blog posts, sales pages, etc. That's wrong. Never copy. But what I want you to do is you can follow other experts in your field or other people doing what you're doing and see what people are asking them and put your own spin to the answer. Answer the question in your own words and your ideas and whatever, but at least you see what people are asking and what people need to know and what people are looking at you as that expert, as that person, in order to be able to achieve that. And I don't care if you're a plumber, if you have an air conditioning business, if you're a coach, if you sell specific products, people have questions about what you do. They will. There is no business in the history of businesses that people don't have questions about before they purchase something, or that they want, whatever. They need the expert of some sort in there. So you can't look at me and say, Erin, you don't understand, because no, that one is not allowed in this case. So either get questions that you're frequently asked or go find people in your field already and find out what they're asked. All right, number 2. Stories and case studies. This is a great one. Like, show your expertise, show the power of your product or service, and you can share. And obviously, this shouldn't be your entire content strategy, but part of it. What are some case studies? How has this transformed? How has this helped other people? Every business. Adam's saying if anybody needs to copy a business, then go to the business you like. Ask to work there. Don't copy to be unique. Yeah, and copy a business. Yes. So let me just clarify that really quick too, Adam. Adam said if anybody needs to copy a business, go to join in the business you like. Absolutely. There's a line. If you're going to copy content from them, sales pages, if you're going to like blatantly plagiarize to build your business, that is wrong. Copying a business from a perspective of, I always say any business I've ever had has not been an original idea. However, what I do is I put my own spin on it. I find something that is missing in that piece, what I feel needs to be done better, what I think I can do differently, etc., and run with that. So just because somebody's doing a business that you want to do, don't copy it word for word, put your own spin on it. But I was talking specifically like plagiarism, stealing blog posts, stealing ideas. If I hear one more something on fire stolen from Entrepreneur on Fire by John Lee Dumas, I'm going to scream. You're not original, okay? Nothing should be on fire at this point. Anyway, that's my opinion about that. But all right, so number 2, stories or case studies. So can you share, can you have your customers help you with your content? Can you interview them? Can you, I've talked about this with chiropractors that I work. Yeah, Adam saying I meant word for word. Okay, good. Chiropractors that I work with, sometimes, you don't want to sit and toot your own horn, but you can share the stories of people that you've been able to help and impact. And their words are probably 9 times out of 10 going to be more powerful than yours when it's in their story, in their terms. So use that as great content that you can share and talk about. And that's just going to be very impactful. This is a great, like, if you want to do interview style, either podcasts or videos, this is a great way to do that. Get them on either video, audio, whatever it is, and talk about their story. Have them share their story with you, and being able to do that. Just use that. Don't overlook that. All right, number 3. This is a big one. This right here is how. Oops, I can't do number 3. This is how I got my book, no joke, to bestseller. Master the Start. I need a copy of it to let you all see it, but behind the scenes. So one of the things I did with live video was I showed a behind the scenes. I showed behind the scenes of picking out my book cover, of recording my audiobook, of doing specific things within the creation of my book. And by giving people a behind the scenes look, it made them feel a part of it. So we take a lot of what we do for granted. Like, I know for me, I don't think twice about what I do because it's just autopilot. So I run several businesses. I partially homeschool my children. I have 6 dogs. I got a lot going on, okay? And so once in a while, so we have 6 dogs. They're on a raw diet. And I know you're like, what does this have to do? It does. They're on a raw diet. And one of the things that we do is we make them all line up. They all have to wait for their food. And then we say, okay, and they can eat. So every once in a great while, JJ, my husband, or I will put on live camera. We'll do it live and show our dogs doing this. Every freaking time, I'm not exaggerating, every time somebody, oh my gosh, I saw that video, oh, that's so cool, or oh, this whatever. Now, this doesn't necessarily have an exact direct link to my business, but my point is that I don't think twice about this. I've been doing this for, gosh, my 3 oldest dogs are all 13. So I've been doing this for a really long time. Like, I don't think twice about this part of my life or this part of my business, yet it's always so funny. Every time it goes live, people are talking about it. So what are those things that you can show that you're taking for granted right now in what you do in your business? Maybe, thank you, Adam. Yes, bit.ly.master the start. Thank you so much. That is my book. You can grab it over on Amazon. The ebook version is 99 cents, I believe, still. So it's you get it for a steal. But, what are those things, how-tos, how you're running your business? What if it aligns with your business, show people that. Stop taking for granted what you do on a daily basis, because I promise people are really going to be intrigued by it, and it's just a great way to create content. Southwest Airlines, when live video became big, one of their most popular live videos was showing people where the luggage went once you checked it in. Again, if you worked at Southwest Airlines, you would never even think twice about that because you see it every day, yet it intrigued a ton of their customers. So another great way to think of that. Let's see. To product, I'm trying to read. So can you demo? Number 4. Can you demo your product or service? And I don't care what you do. This is, if you're a coach, if you are, like, for example, when I do my event, I have a podcast for the season. I bring in some of the speakers. You get a glimpse of what you're going to see at my event. It's almost like a demo. If you're a coach, I know a lot of people. Pat Flynn was doing this a lot. I don't know if he still is. I haven't been listening to his podcast, but he would coach people online and he would show that. Can you give people a taste of your product or service and what you do? And oh, by the way, utilize that as content. It's one of the best ways to do it. My business demo is so important. He does custom software. Yeah, Adam's saying that. So can you show some sort of demo of how to, it kind of goes behind the scenes, but can you show people that really gives a glimpse into what it is you do and, obviously what makes you better, but have that be as something they can learn from too. Content marketing is really not that difficult when you are looking at really trying to make the sole purpose of educating and helping people in the line of your work. And, a lot of people get really tripped up. Well, I don't want to give away the goods, which is total BS. So if you were a plumber, as an example, and you could do videos on how to fix basic fixes around the house. Now, a lot of plumbers would be like, there's no way, because then nobody's going to call me. And that's a total lie, because guess what? Not when it comes to plumbing, but other things. I like to think I'm a do-it-yourselfer. I really do. I like to believe this about myself. And then I get halfway through the project and I'm like, why would I ever think that I'm a do-it-yourself? Like, Erin, why have you been living with, you need to come to terms with this lie you tell yourself, right? And then I want to hire somebody to finish a project for me. So who are they going to hire? Some random person off the street, or somebody that they feel they know because you're the expert and you've been showing them what to do this whole time and they've given up and now they just want to hire you and handle it. Don't feel like your magic sauce, you can't give it up, because demo it, show people. And I'm saying, although behind the scenes software may not be good, I guess it would depend on whose software you're showing. You got to be a little careful of that. But let people know you're the one who knows what they're talking about. You're the one who knows what they're doing, and use that. Help people. And there are people, I know a friend of mine sat down and told me that he actually just think it was Frank Kern. He got so much information. Frank Kern's a big marketer. He got so much information out of all of Frank Kern's free stuff that he just got to a point where he's like, I had to buy a product from him. Like, I would apply what I learned on his free stuff and be able to do so much cool stuff that I just finally had to get to a point where I had to purchase something from him because I felt so guilty for all the amazing free content. People will remember it. Put out your good stuff. Demo what you know. Show people the how-tos, all of that. It really does make a big difference. The fifth piece of how to come up with content is number 5 is aligning with your product. Okay, so here's what I mean by this. So we've got some demos, we've got some how-tos, we've got, questions people are asking, got case studies. Are there, here's your Mac Daddy product, right? And this is going to depend on your business, but here's your Mac Daddy product. Are there bits and pieces of that product that will lead, that ultimately will lead to a product? So can I use content from this product that will give people a great taste of what they're about to get? It's a little bit different where you're not essentially actually demoing something, but maybe you're offering pieces of information. Maybe you're educating, let's say this. You have like a Facebook ad mastery course as an example. Well, let's say your beginning would be pieces of that. So here's how to set up a retargeting campaign or something. So you're showing that. So it's a very basic piece of the larger puzzle, but you're helping people with that, because what's going to happen is they're going to go through that and they're going to be like, oh yeah, like this is fantastic. I got a taste of it. What's behind that door? I want more of that. I always share the story of Brendan Burchard. I think he's one of these that does this absolutely brilliantly. Yes, he sells from the stage. Yes, he upsells, but he doesn't do it in a slimy, gross way. He truly adds so much value tied to that end product that he's starting to say it, and you're like, okay, can you just show me what's behind that door? Because I really want to, I'm going to buy whatever you're offering. So can you give some specific pieces that align to that product? You're not giving away the farm, but you're just showing people specific, glimpses of what they would get should they buy the full product. Again, positioning yourself as an expert. So it's a little bit different from actually questions people are asking you. This is pieces of your business or of your product or service, but very, very effective in your content marketing. With software, I offer portions of handy tools, but I can't see. But we'll have add-on tools. Yes, so perfect. So you've got some things you're showing, but then you've got additional pieces behind that people would want to buy to actually get. So content marketing, like I said, any business, we can make a case for content marketing. This is not something you should be ignoring. This is not something you should be overlooking. I'm saying I want people to have things I create. Exactly. It's a perfect way to look at it. But this should not be something you're shying away from because you get confused about what you should create, or B, you're not sure how to do it. Like, it's really quite simple. You either write it, you either say it, or you video it. I mean, those are really your 3 most simple ways to do it. There is nothing in today's age, nothing that can stop you from doing this. You can record high quality videos with your phones. You can, I'm trying to find a microphone. This is like a $30 headset right now that I'm using to record this, it's what I started my podcast with 3 years ago. It's fine. Is it the best in the world? No. Do you think I'm on a podcast of NPR? No. Who cares? It works. It moves forward. Or writing. Even if you think you're a horrible writer, you will never get better without practice. So sit down and practice and start working, but get the content rolling. This can create an extreme machine for you if you can figure out what people need, write the content for them, put it out through social, and we're going to talk about social tomorrow, but really create that system behind the scenes of how to build. I'm telling you, it can completely transform everything. So get going on it. Tomorrow we'll be live. I haven't set the time yet. Probably right around 10 o'clock in the morning is when I'm planning on it, Central Time. So make sure you watch. We're going to go over social. We're going to cover various aspects of marketing over these next few days. So make sure you keep staying tuned. Next week, we're going to have an announcement with a Black Friday special that I'm super, super stoked about. And Daisy, and my dog's about to bark, so I'm going to end this now. She's calling a cue. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you next week.